I'm Jagir, and in today's video is for UTS. You requested Harmony. Ticker symbol is ONE1. We're going to do an analysis on Harmony. Where is it now based on Elliot wave theory, Fibonacci theory? So we can kind of already see, are we at high, are we at low? Is it a good time to buy? Should you be locking in profits? Should you be standing aside? So we will do a deep dive and we'll just do it from A to Z. And if you're wondering who I am, my name is Jagir. I am the award-winning author of the book, The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. I've been trading currencies for over 15 years. Now I apply all of it to cryptocurrency, but I was also featured in the book, best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies back in 2008. Fun fact, I used to teach math, if you don't know, back in 2006 in my heyday. But now I'm going to apply my knowledge to this. And if you like today's video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, because I want to bring this daily wisdom to you, whether it's live analysis or just some real fundamental lessons around blockchain, crypto, investing, risk management, psychology, which is like 95% of the game. But let's dive straight in. So we're looking at Harmony on a daily chart where every bar represents one day. So I'm going to go through this at a bit of a pace, but I want you to kind of get the gist of how familiar and how powerful Elliot wave and Fibonacci theory is. So what I'm seeing here is a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in Harmony. And we look at it in hindsight in the sense of, just getting up to date view. I just want to change that to this. Right, so that's what I'm seeing. Now I've done all types of price projections that says that this is a wave 5 high, which is really powerful. But what I really want to pay attention to is this corrective part. What is this? And what does it look like? And is there an opportunity for us to buy? And if you're already holding, what should be a good move for you on your side of the fence? So typically, when you see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I like to, I'm going to put it like this. And I'm going to make it nice and obvious for you. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a wave 1. That's what it looks like to me, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what comes next after a wave 1? Well, it's a wave 2. Now, it might not be so obvious here, but what I'm seeing is, we'll just make it really, really clear for you, is a nice A, B, C, right? An A, B, C. And just to make it super duper clear, it's of a wave 2, and I put a question mark because the wave 2 is yet to be confirmed. The first confirmation of a wave 2 would be the price exceeding this wave B, and the total confirmation, like beyond reasonable doubt, is this high over here, right? But we've only got this information and we now want to make decisions on this. But before we do, let's just do some price analysis. So wave 2, what's giving me confidence that this is a wave 2? Well, typical wave 2 is a 50% retracement of the wave 1, right? So if we just pull up the 50% retracement of 0.5 represents 50%, 61.8 or 61 or 62%, and 78% tends to be the maximum. So we can see it's in the 50% to 61.8% range. So we'll just keep the 61.8% range for this. And also wave A, which is this wave here, we measure this and we can project it forward from wave B. The typical for a wave C is 100%. So you can see it's just tagged at 100%. So that gives us great confidence. There's a few other projections, but they're the main two. The main retracement and the what's called the alternate price projection. Let's just get rid of this so we keep it nice and clean, right? So now let's look at the time, right? Time analysis, right? This is really powerful because if we want to be confident that there's a high probability, right? There's no guarantees in this game, but we can do high probability so the edge is in your favor when you're doing your analysis and investment strategies. So we are going to use something called trend-based fib time. Now, typically, if we measure the time taken from this wave 1 low all the way to this wave 1 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we project forward, so it takes 3 clicks, and the minimum typical wave 2 is 50% of wave 1, and this is represented by this blue line, and the typical maximum is this red line. So it's almost like magic, right? It's like literally within 1 day of the 50%, and there's many times you'll project this in advance, so it would look something like this. We will do all this analysis pretty much. If we had this data, we'll do all this analysis in advance and we'll let the market unfold. We don't want to take any action until this minimum price is hit, which is the 50% that we saw earlier, and also the minimum time. So now that we've passed the minimum time, we go, great. Now we can look at the market. We had a reversal, but now what are we seeing, right? So it's unfolded like this, and this is where we are today. So now let's take a closer look over here. So we can be quite confident that this is a high probability wave 2 low, especially that we have a bullish movement and then another pullback. So let's focus on this zone. So now I'm going to zoom in on a 4-hour chart. So top left, it's got the letter D. D stands for daily chart. So every bar represents 1 day. We're going to go into a 4-hour chart. So now every bar represents 4 hours. Now it just allows us to see the clearer subdivisions of the wave. So we're now going to focus on this latter part. So this is the potential wave 2 low down here. And we want to see, what does this look like over here? Does it give us any information? So let's just delete everything in a sense. So we keep the chart nice and clean. So it's really, really clear. So what do you see here? Right? Do you see a pattern? Well, let me show you what I see on a micro scale, on a lesser degree, is we see a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now that I've drawn it, it looks pretty clear, right? We want to make sure it's like the peaks, but you get the picture, right? So that's really powerful information. We could do some projections to say, is this a wave 5 high? But the fact that we've had this nice pullback, that confirms that it's likely that this is a wave 5 high of a micro wave 1. So now this is a wave 2. So we want to see, what does this look like? Well, to me, it just looks like a nice A, B, C of a wave 2. And you can see that it happens on a larger time frame, but it also has on a micro time frame as well. So this is now powerful information, because if you're holding Harmony in your portfolio, you can have a better idea on what is likely to do next. If you're looking to take a buying position in Harmony, you can also see what's likely to happen next. And if you're looking to sell your Harmony, it's like, oh, is now the best time to sell? Now that we've kind of taken that correction, we should see some upside movement. So let's do a bit of price projection first. So again, I'm going to take this time from this wave 1. The high is over here. And remember, it's the same thing. Typical minimum is 50% and the maximum tends to be 100%. You can see we've exceeded that. We've exceeded that quite a lot. All right. And then we're going to do a price projection, or price retracement, should I say. It's almost identical, but just on a smaller degree. You can see it's tagged the 62%, like bang on. But I'm also going to just add in the other two, which is the 50% and the 78.6%. That's the typical for the wave 2. So we can see down here, when we were looking at the prices been here, and at the time, this may have looked like an A, B, C, because it's the time target, but it hasn't hit the minimum price target. So we can be patient, and then it's unfolded as a B, and then what looks like a final leg of a C. So now I want to see, can we kind of narrow this down by using some analysis? And I'm doing it in detail because some of them I want to go into detail, so it just gives you a nicer overview. Sometimes I'll speed through some analysis, but it's good to sometimes know the detail of how we are concluding what this looks like. So if we go, we are looking at, if I just make it crystal clear, an A, what looks like a B, and then a potential C. And I would normally got a question mark here, so this is not confirmed yet. So we just want to make this a bit lower to kind of give it some space. So let's just do a bit of price analysis, extra price extensions and price alternate price projections as well. So typically, you should be getting familiar with this now, hopefully. Let me just get rid of this. Use this magnet, makes my life easy. I'm going to measure this wave A and project it forward from this wave C high. And most typical for a wave C is this 100%, and the minimum tends to be 61% or 61.8%, and the maximum tends to be 1.168%, which is down here. But we'll keep both of them out. So now we have this cluster, and then we have another. It's called the external retracement. I'm going through this quite fast, but it's more just so you can get a picture on what's likely to happen with Harmony next. Is these two external retracements you can see are hovering around here. So if I just show you where there is. So now we have these two real pretty clear price zones. Now we're going to do a time zone as well. And then I'll make it clear with a few rectangles. So we're going to measure the time taken to form a wave A. We're going to project that forward from the wave C. We're really more concerned about the 100%. And this is the typical time taken for a wave C, which is the same length as a wave A. So you can see we're getting close to that. The date would be, it's a 4-hour chart, so it'll be pretty much tomorrow. So we can expect a low anytime soon. So now let's just narrow this down for us. So we've got this zone over here. But we've also got this zone down here as well, right? We just want to be aware of it. We can probably overlap it to the right a bit because of this time retracement. So there you have it. Harmony looks like it's forming. If we just look at it back on a daily chart, so you can get a summary of this. I cleared the data earlier, but it looks like we've done a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, a nice A, B, C correction for a 2. And now on a micro scale, it looks like we've done a micro 1, 2. So what would be a good entry point? Just high probability stuff here, guys. Is rather than trying to catch a falling knife, which is when the price is dropping and trying to really pick the bottom, you ideally want to, where possible, let the market enter you into the price. So this swing high or this swing high, if the price exceeds this high or this high, it depends on your risk tolerance, and that'll be a good entry point. So there you have it. Harmony seems to have made a nice wave 1, a nice wave 2. Then if we zoom in more recently, a nice wave 1 and a wave 2 of a lesser degree. So now we can be relatively confident if this low holds, this low doesn't get taken out, we should go on to see higher highs. Let's just do one last thing actually. One last thing I think will be very powerful for you is back on the daily chart. Let's just quickly project what is a typical wave 3 high so we can have some anticipation of what kind of price movement we should expect from Harmony. All right, so for Harmony, the typical wave 3, like minimum price for a wave 3 is 1.618, right? That's the golden mean, it's the golden ratio, and that will fall around 41-42 cents. And if it gets extended, the next target, if it extends over this, would be 60 cents, right? So if we go on to see new highs, if this kind of unfolds as we're seeing it and the market starts to make a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, as the market unfolds, we can kind of narrow in and see where it's likely to go. So there you have it. You have a nice projection of what Harmony is doing, wave 1, wave 2, and then a wave 1 of a wave 2 of a lesser degree. So that was a bit more detail, a bit longer than usual, but I just kind of want to sometimes educate you because other videos I'm going to go a bit faster and just kind of do the analysis beforehand and then just show you, look, this is where the market's at. So there you have it. Now, if you like today's video, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification because I want to bring these daily nuggets to you now, doing a few videos a day. And I want you to tell me what you want to learn about. So this one was for UTS. Tell me you want to learn a bit more about Elliott wave theory, a bit more of the practical. Harmony, which the ticker symbol is 1ONE. Yeah, let me know what you want me to look at and I will do the projection. Also, don't forget, I've created a free crypto masterclass, How to Fund Your Retirement, which takes you from the real core basics on what crypto is, what blockchain is, the innovation of the technology and where we are in the whole cycle, the 4 seasons of the crypto cycle, so you can plan where we are now. You know, you should know we're in the bull market right now, and what season 2, season 3, season 4 looks like, and how to plan for it also. But then I also cover risk management, you know, how to exit, how to take profit, how to get risk, you know, eliminate risk or minimize risk when you're investing in this space. So you feel safe, feel kind of you're in control. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video.